my third biograph. I just wanna write my third biograph as I did previously, twice of this when I was preaching on audio. But now since I am live on YouTube and Facebook, I'd like to preach it live on studios so that it can be clear to the world. It talks about the origin, my career, as far as the ministry is concerned, those pillars and supporters of my ministry. So please watch out. It will be the final message I'll produce on YouTube. I have desired to produce 800 videos on YouTube so that I break and continue my live prophetic encounter on TikTok. I know you love me. Let's consider this Bible verse. Mark chapter number 3, verse 33 to 35. Bible said, he said and answered by saying, who is my mother and my brethren? My mother and my brethren are those around me who listen to my preaching and desire to do the will of God, said by Jesus. Hallelujah. This time, Maria and the brother of Jesus went to seek for his call and attention. But due to the congregation, they couldn't get chance to approach him. So they sent one of his disciples to call his attention. But when Jesus heard this, he said, my brother and my family, my mothers, are those around me who are listening to my preaching. Those who has a desirable heart to do the will of God. Hallelujah. Jesus considered the church as the first thing in his life. He saw that the church is bigger than his family. So the mission of Jesus is to make sure to feed the flock of God. I am anointed to bishop God's church, but rather not my family. I do not preach to my brethren born by my mother and my father, but rather to the congregation, if either outside or in the church of Inspiration Family Arena. So it is not a mistake to call for an aid or attention for anyone. If I get stuck, if I am calling for your aid, it's not a mistake at all. Why? Because I've considered you as my mother or father, as my brother or brethren in the ministry. I think of you. Maybe I pray secretly to support your life, your finances, your businesses, and so forth. People call for directions. Miracles are taking place. And we always choose to communicate with mature people in the church, not any mere person. So if I call you when I am in need, this is not a mistake. Okay? This is not a mistake. All these things are going to appear in this biograph. So if I have called you and you made mention of necessary words on me, please, I'll show you a picture. Then I'll say all this testimony about you. Live on YouTube. Those in Europe, Britain, America, Asia, and all Africa, the whole world, will see who you are. There are many people who do consider their children in aid of help, but rather ignore others. Why? Because they are not born by them. But this is not good at all. At the fraternity, not alien in the sect of Christ or Christendom, we are being led by the teachings and the ethics of Christ to love each one another. So if I am in trouble and I call for your attention, it will be more desirable for you to sacrifice for me, because it is not my will to call accident to my life. No. Abushia me se me be me third edition or biograph. Me be kama brabo mu nsem a etwa to. Asafo no aboafo a ewom. Batawate ase. Me be ka. You say me on live YouTube. Enti madam aboafo ase. Na ma kire ba bia nyame de ya bedru. Ya be ba wi ase amabeye ni de migusu ameye. Ne nkrofo bia nyame aka o makoma. Ewo menyame djumam. Enti se me ba wo nchan na wo ye me yi a mebo odi na me de o picture ato video no so na maka ho asem. O ya me bone nso so a mebo odi na me de o picture ato video no so na maka ho asem. Me be pa ho ntoma kire wiase nipa nyina na ma kire sade a wote. Bata wate ase. Yewo yarefo ema obaakofo. Na mmom yewo nipa mama ema edom. Nipa o wonim de ni nyansa ne dom akyade a dodo di ni so mfaso no. Ye mo na bro. Asantefo se de afuru ya pa na epia no. Ema ne nkoye se wangomi a unime, because adom ne ngosere wo meso no. Enya adwuma maame ne menuanom. Eya adwuma ma wo. Sade asem nto wo ana ofrefre me no. Sade asem nto me ana ofrefre me no. Na menya berebo mpa ye ma wo no. Se na asem ato me na mehia wo mo a ni kwanse odan watikoma me. Ba nipa bebre kan nsem bi wo ho a odofo me ka kire wo awrebe ho. Ni nyina beba live. Na me da awrade asese me wo bia su picture. But what I say, nipa bia me pesa me kasa fa ne ho bia no. Me woni picture. Te be to so na mabɔ din. Na maka live obia be hu. Those in Europe, those in America, those in Britain. I'll expose you to the world. If you build a mansion and you translate your children to globally the world, you've done nothing. Why? Because it is your responsibility to do for them. Okay? But the mysterious thing and a very strange, what will create a big news to the world is helping the one outside the street to become somebody. So be wo be a or da kwan chan bi anya wo na wo no edina gina yie. Eno ni news no. But what you say? Eno any news no me ana me kan ye. Wa ja ma me na o papa ho. E na wo frɛ obi ma me na obi papa se wo meboa wo. Enye wo na wo. Enti susu se wo be ye. Wonye. Wiase obi anwoa onim ba me nim obi nso so a wotime fa obi ba ye ne yie. Se wo ye me yie anka mbeka se wani monyam. Ba wanye me yie nti wote a oyam besew. Wo bebo ati o rebe ho. Wo ban so bebo ati na nananom abebo ati. Ti nsira na mesira a wasempa na meka ya eno ne nsira no. Se manka sempa nso so de a ene na eno ne no me no. Opon de wo nyina achi no. Ne sade a wotie nyina. De meka fa wo ho nya papa. Wunchini mabehunu usuban. Bata wate ase. Yemwe nipa bra wate ase. Ama adutwumwa na kan yo yensie nipa kwa wiase mu. Yensie nipa kwa. Bata wate ase. Ntie nche watch out. Obehunu abeba live. Obebo atie. Expression family bichiamo. Those viewers on YouTube, I greet you. As well as Facebook is concerned, I salute you all. Awurade nhyira ma wonya makase. Ompoja mu nnwuma sem, ompoja musika sem, omo mabrabo no mu nkwa ho ban. Wi asensese mframa aye bonye. Tinyame mo ho ban wate. Na womfa wonsie ye. Pese ya dom pese me di usi. Mechia obebre. Mekoso ade me nkwa to ho ama. Dry fasting no me ya ama. Mbata wate ase mebon pae ma ne ma asesa. Na wo sese bo na Awurade yi free mu a na wadi nyame hwammɔ. Sasa na musuba ate. Sa na mo pɛ no. Nipa pa defudie too much. Unya ne mo a na wada na tikwa ma. Awurade nhyira wo.